Quality metrics in project management are essential tools for measuring, monitoring, and improving project performance. Hi, I am Aline, and still talking about metrics, today I want to share about quality metrics. Why do quality metrics matter? Quality metrics provide a standard result for evaluating the quality of your product or project and process. These metrics can be used to improve process by identifying problems, analyzing root causes, and developing solutions. In my opinion, the two most important metrics to be tracked during our development are defect rate and rework. These two metrics can be tracked by sprint and even by story, which provide us more details to be discussed and to understand what are the real root cause and then what can be done to improve that process. For obtaining defect rate, we need to divide number of bugs by story points. If we want to identify that metric by sprint, we use the total number of bugs identified during that sprint, considering the stories that we are delivering, and also story points delivered on that sprint, our velocity. And to identify the defect rate by story, we use number of bugs divided by story points from that story. To identify rework, we need to know how much effort we spent to fix the bugs found during that sprint or even the story, depends on the metric that you want to obtain. And divide that effort spent to fix the bugs by the development effort. This development effort includes the effort to fix the bugs. On this example, you can see that I am bringing for the team to do the analysis to understand that result only stories which we were able to complete the development and test on the previous sprint. And I am bringing consolidated as well number of bugs, effort spent for fixing those bugs, and it's important to see that as we are measuring the stories using story points, we use it the same way to measure the bugs when we fix that. So considering the effort that we spent to fix that bugs, it's important to estimate that bug as well. Not estimate, but because we already fixed it, but to measure that bug. So we need to attribute a story point for that as well, so we can compare also the rework spent to fix those bugs. On this next example, I am sharing metrics by story, which is important to have more details and drive us to discuss the root cause of these quality issues during our last sprint and understand what we can improve for the next cycle. What are the lessons learned? So as you can see, having the defect rate and also the rework per story, it's important because sometimes we don't have a lot of bugs in one story. As we can see on story 5, we had only one bug, but it means that only one bug was complex and took a lot of effort to fix it. So it took 36% of our effort to fix that bug, that only one bug. And for story 4, we had 2 bugs, but those 2 bugs represented 33% of rework, even less than story 5, but it's still a number to be considered and for us to understand what we can do better and what we can do to avoid to find the same kind of error during the development phase. And here I am talking about development phase, but we can have these metrics for each of the phase: development, UAT, and even prod. But for each of these phases, these numbers should decrease exponentially as we are having quality process to avoid finding bugs in the other phase. this content was helpful, and if you like it, don't forget reacting to the video and subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching.